I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee? Ginger chips at me power chow. Say any mappe ginger chips dear. And then I worry. And it is some say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it so you'll be pick green tea to send me me green tea and I may be a gum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and I come and I get mappe ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubitimi afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver ye dia more kama. So wo Ghana so a be patch ofre
0277-609-644.
mappe ginger chips dear OBA here.
Hey, why Richie? You do a cheer over me and yourself. Now, me who say, and you may Councillor George Lutrod, what she ne Afromas Plus at Adieno. Or say, maybe I will hold check you prostate. I bring your brain, especially to when from 30, 35, equal 41. So when you're 40, equal to the end, and now at risk and cast a so your time. We will be a draw crata tin their brain, same farmer counselor. Yankee Kama counselor in 24. But before the Myanmar counselor, Aquaba. Counselor, my boy, Aquaba.
Yeah, no, I want to say.
Adu. Oh, the Brafa to say, Mammy, wife, but your
my friend, maybe Bosmi Omi, remember,
Abosumi. 21st year. Father's Day.
That's the second Sunday in June.
Yeah.
Say second Sunday.
Second Sunday.
Okay. Or maybe say Bema
21st.
Third Sunday.
Third Sunday.
Second Sunday.
Yeah, third.
June 5 weeks so.
But usually you say the second Sunday of every month. Okay. So whatever it is, Father's Day this particular month of June. And whether we are to celebrate or not to celebrate is nobody's business. But when fathers are not alive, there will not be human beings on earth.
Councillor, can I say maybe?
Human beings are produced by fathers. Yes.
They are
incubators.
They
are incubators. There is no process of producing a sperm. But it's a process of producing an egg.
Oh, true. I see.
Scientifically.
I see.
So what we are saying is that we are all equally important, but we don't want any shading or any competition. This month of June is a month for fathers, and a father is a man who has been able to deposit a sperm that has met an egg, fertilized it, and brought a being out there. That's a father. So there's nothing called a responsible father or irresponsible father. There's nothing like that.
So long as somebody are calling a baby as an idiot, wait, Papa.
I mean, the fact is, I want to buy Nimoba. Only Bray Nimoba. Send a swat set Yen San Carry. A year when you do,
a man, well.
But ye to ejaculate is not an easy thing.
So, but say, very healthy.
Help people they know you had one case, but so better not people. Now, and soon now pay any and come where beer tree.
I'll make me a semi egg in him.
And ya grow, and ya kebako, baby. And a Bema production of tomatoes every 24 hours. Baby, be unfair that. I dare you create. You didn't want no more fair. The ambassador mechanism this month. A month of celebrating fathers. And a young fan to you to say, so that we can make proper fathers because we are losing fathers.
Me papa for man go school. Me papa me mama ayaka. Me papa any me mama problem. Me papa
show mama
we.
Sanya mani nyina papa ya no design. What have you done for yourself? Fuko kan say me ene. O ka say homo sapien mo say mo ani nipa da bi o. Rational and intelligent person. So every homo sapien is a Latin word that means rational or intelligent person. But one of the most regretful creatures that God has ever made are human beings. Regretful. When they call toilet, mu pia, what do so one flash? I don't know why you can enter into a washroom and forget to flash. You are sick upstairs. So you see. So if you say you are in the image of God, immediately you do this, you are not in the image of God. You become an animal. You are wrong upstairs.
Wrong how?
Because you pull your male organ to wee and you zip back
without flushing. You
are sick upstairs. Many many near project. I say sanitation in washrooms. And one of the most useless places you can find bar sanitation is media houses. Media houses be some toilet, no washroom. But then you and Crawford sorry what hako Johnson, you also that call washroom will appear on chain. You share Etina heating will be the best toilet for us till we die.
Council, now.
Look,
in this 21st century.
Look, if we were using the KVIP, we would never have Salmonella infections in our homes because when you have typhoid, it means where they been. Those tiny and typhoid. Was the being maybe a one? But now we are enclosed with the bacteria in our rooms. Yeah, building those type of bacteria because sitting over president can see a man here, see we see down can see 5 rooms, toilet no about thing. Toilet no about thing. And then I'm a four about when near be who call about your for so the toilet I bet shed down yes see that then and then yali at the name. And I'm say toilet in the say you see 4 million I are wrong. I think yes is somewhere one. Who's the toilet in now so you're wrong?
The way the bathroom I share a bedroom, you know.
And you when you know me share the WC nanka the system now your tisananka. There's a problem with it.
I see.
Who's here transfer be a bema be a transfer and a bema a tree.
A tree a friend is saying sink I ask him pot no the
system near top and down here pot and the WC the water closet. I'm talking about the set of water closet.
What is you one out
to be out to conquer be out now you see washroom or bema a tree that no matter how long your male organ is. Because majority of the WC is standard and correct. Yes, I'm telling you. I did this. This way they were told. They ain't toilet anymore. But then the other hand, out to an age. Yali and Kwa.
So one of the brain.
We be to be for USA because the standard is that. Okay. And it meant is most of the ones are here told in a standard in the correct.
Never also J head the farm.
Head no say.
What the council say?
This is very educational.
Women she say. Yali bebria yadi
Nana catch council ahead at the great
but me come yes say we have a lot of challenges with our wash.
Okay.
And I was just saying a giant sokra. The KVIP is the best way.
See when
you squat, you are opening enough to push. This is why we have more pot belly in our system. Because we don't finish poo-pooing. And to China, what the squatting in what the city. Uba Kolibu and Uba Kolibu Polyclinic, what the squatting in what the city.
They're sitting here almost is your Yardia.
And yes, is your you know, because when you be an our city, but then you be in a good. Because when you squat, you are able to push more. And then constipation be there. Now me say you fire can say you pot bed the 6 o'clock. Media me kase. Suatra. Eya de foforo say sua bibi say wi asem ade bia nyame boy ye bia no obo e man ade bi o hwe and no manufacturer will put their name on the brand if they are not expecting something out of the brand. Human beings, we are the most useless thing that have come on earth. Too many troubles. Now obika so being shut up or didn't
Shut up. Come on, too.
A tone.
A tone, depending on the tone, I remember you.
Shut up.
Shut up. On Philip.
Shut up.
Shut up. I just really
Oh,
didn't.
shit. Anything you
The tone.
shut up.
And the atom did
Anything. Shut up means can
tone, no.
to me and you. Also, don't kind
Akosia.
you know.
Akosia concept you on all the 10 hours.
But yes, you say, you know, if you yali abasisiano, there's some infection be there, air cost. We should go back to the COVID protocols. Let's wash our hands, let's sanitize the tables. If you have a microphone, prepare because microphone, it will be most of the media houses. So one of the hygiene, some of the actually and say microphone bomb,
No, Counselor, you are sharing experiences.
and I said microphone move on, I said microphone will this phone. I can say the Lord, sorry, my bad time, and the bacteria won't be as a meaning in I check.
Counselor, why?
Consonant here, check on Saturday. Said the next person, Bobby. I know this vaccine. Messi, Sablina, high. You know the and hand up in your stroke. Yeah, no matter your age. You know, injection, I did what it's me and the back. To see about 13,420 Ghana cedis.
Hey!
10 days.
Who back
13,000 and I bought what 10.
13 times 10.
Yeah. Oh, and the motion.
That's 1.3.
But the day I can't scan, I'm going to Kufo Krawato, and then at Yanko in this month, Father's Day. Now, Kai said, Uno be one of you bar, a so not a colano celebrating, yet, and our dear pet, and dear about what you be cool. Unyo bi kunu wa wonye bone. Unyo bi kunu wa wonye bone. Na ne obi kunu wo na ne tene ne fie se wo ye wan baby mama na wa o man wale. Unye useless, we useful, but obe ma oba ma me nya bibi ya achi ba e mara na empe. Ntini e bre ne. Ntini Doctor, people could pay say, oh, wale, a mass, our engineer, say, oh, I will this fee. Say, Makushia get what this in when I could pay do. None of them if I'm marina as compared to because I mean, what's in a tea? What I can story in them.
Before I make a letter, the council so beside and say, Uni Obishia, Ewabusufia. Na mo starting praktike na say bi ase bi mo ware
ana jagaja ho
ana mo hia we ajagaja ho a
ne ho na ebusufia na ezuzumfi
ezuzumfie sorry
jagaja onyo sofo
sorry
onyo sofo
o so sorry sofo
there be on or a priest ana
bishop
and a prophet.
or a bishop
musa ya nimisa ni satima
bishop Me bacho ma menkin kan krata. Aba enei. Na councilor bacho tie me kan no putoka sem Ghana fo mpempem a mo hwe na mo tie so. Me kan no putoka sem wi ana mahwe. Se Rose be kan twi ka sem di aman de a. Ba photo screen photo screen so fama me. Dear councilor, I am currently confused about something very important. In my church, when you start a relationship, you are expected to present the person to the pastors.
So note that statement. Note this statement. Okay. I'll go there. So when you start a relationship with anybody, you have to.
You are expected
to present the
person to the pastors.
Good. Cool.
So they can pray and confess if it is God's will. I have been talking to a man for about a year. He is responsible, hardworking, and we share some values. He is planning to meet my family and church elders. He's planning to meet my family and church elders very soon. However, my pastors have said they receive a prophecy. Another in the church is my husband. The problem is, the problem is, I do not have feelings for this man. He is much older than me, has been married before, and has children. We do not connect well, and I don't feel peace about it. I am being advised to pray and wait. I am not under pressure, counselor, from my family. No, I'm not under pressure from my family, and I am not desperate to marry. I simply want to make the right decision for my life. Please, counselor, I would appreciate a respectful advice. Counselor, me mo adwo anwumere
me je so
na me wo how bi mu or how na me wo mu sisi and my confused no can say oh dream professor come and remove me.
So I
confused you can
who the onya no
who the onya why basa da bi basa I can say oh
who the onya no basa basa I say
who the onya no ye nko time
counselor me hu ne emenya me ho e fa asem bi a ehu hia me pa asori a me kono se wo ne obi ekọ ekitahudie mu anase mu kọ relationship mu a ye expect say wo de sai nipa kọ na no relationship nim no e ba be kire na asofo abompa e no ma confirm say efri nya me ho ampa ansana ya ji relationship no atum sisi ame no ka say e kwa afe me ne man bi e di nkomo na man na me di nkomo no o very responsible or hard working menini mi enu so yesan wo connection 1 or 2 bi aye nyina ema ye nije man no afa na ne ho adwen se nkoba behu babusuafo ne masori penifo na nka de wo ho no ya to aso e de akọ anim. However, me pastor aka kire me se onyankopon de nkom hyatintin bi fifuru de aba beto chain se sa papa na me ne nam na nya me kunu na mom me kun wo ma ya sori dem he ya asori dem he ya eho na eye miku ewo problem am won say man ye omu kan asem say ono ye miku no wa ware da owo ma bi ni feelings bi ama no counselor ni ankasa kwa man no me hada ni connection bi asa and asem asofo na ka kire me no me nya ho asomdwe na yasa ka kire me etu for say me ntwan na me mo ho mpae ansa na mehu nipa esese me ne no etna. Counselor mebusuafo ma me pressure wo se me nkonko wore anase me nyo bia me desperate searching chira mpese me wore nemom problem am me woni nyina ne se e pese me make the right decisions e wo mabrabom se ne be ya enkofo ha bia mre me dachi se anwumere wutumifo a e be ma hohoaho abebre na me di obuo ne ani die e betie wo futu a wo de be ma me counselor.
But I say, and I'm bisa say, baby, I be share, be able worry. Wo ensunsansu bi ana e wo what is. Will it have any adverse effect on the marriage where you meet the person? Because so we should be said you a shower lay and our baby I see a bobby see be a shower bra baby. Ut me she be what say may worry now. The question is, will it be a good place to bring a wife home? Will you come and present such a person home now? You be associated here. Okay, then you become. And I sure be with Jimmy Moore. I sorry I hear calling I go pet Bibiano. To say I go hospital. Obi I don't know about. Obi baby yes over say Jesus the obe Juma eba so hwe yale for. But your bar yes say obe hu doctor or yale. It may be so. I am bia a sorry day mu hono. Sa enhye da o say obi se wo pe wa sorry day mu ma so for ntin. Me say me be so. E yam fom so a na eto asom.
I saw your reverend. Oh yeah, so for. I sorry I will and as I sorry a woman. No yes I must say.
You fi ntin me be so.
Me ma sorry yes am.
No be am fa ne nko.
No. And I say ni akasa ne so ento asom.
Ento asom ma wo.
E ma me.
Togo ento asom ma wo.
Me ento asom.
On say ayi asofo nya awade. Awade ayi oba na be ma na busua. Ejimi hu ni say to asom ento asom.
Say we should do a sorry but be kan wo say ento asom.
Oh.
Ba wo share ni pa.
Ye ti na wo say me kobo so far man ye say
wo share ni pa no wa so manya so ranka Togo amba ho. So at the moment, no, mumienu nyina mo wo hon mo under my roof. As if to say, my connecting muntino. Whatever happens to Rosie, I should know.
It is not needed for me.
It is answer that Rosie so aha. Na say obi ani gye no ho a, e so catch a programs manager.
Send it
like seriously.
Say hello share.
Da end em power fam.
I'm a dance man.
Now okay. Say you mo, get beba.
What fish you base?
Sounds like how I said.
Say no coffee.
Eti na me kan say. Ye be yi oba ne dia na be yi be ma ne. Eti say obi ehu obi wa sorry dem ne yesi a sorry dem wo hu. That place na say so for ni hu. Dia to so bi on say ye bisa say o see ye koye hwehwemu by prayer say ampa asimasi a o see o person woni ne nanti nyankopɔ ma ho kwana. So almost spiritual confirmation. Me bisa so say spiritual confirmation e boa ma wade agina na. Hwe hwan na hu Rosie onware da. We bet my type by ya eti ade bi ehu da. Anytime Rosie be ba ha bia no ba well dressed, well cultured, well balanced to present herself to us because it's a working area. Talk about say, mensu say, wants to say, and to be oba sorry them will be answer oba or presenting who ye. Why the name will be power as you are sorry there.
So me know that tobacco sorry. How much would they see me clean? I mean, the shoe pine.
Yes. Nobody knows anybody. So when you say abaye ya when you be or see omu steady omu
connected.
Ono we say omu be no chemistry. But so far so see obi fufura ba nipa no so see na ni gye ne ho. Enti amaye say ye mbo ho mpaye ama ono aye confused. Obe disrespecting his spiritual father. Ana obey or no kasani chemistry. It's a very good question for her. Where you darling a lot of ladies and men are in it. And remember po here how musa. And remember ntokwa omonyati through sorry dem no say wasi Rosie pe. Rosie ampene. Wasi atwa pe. Atwa ampene. And anansi age tintin ba ya o se ne pe. I say again pe say opene so.
Now try Rosie akwa pini no.
There be a ope
ma.
Was many nyina pe wasori.
Yeah. And ope ma. Ye be ka say ope ma.
But was many nyina pe na ye.
Na was ope no one penny. Na me ko problem fufura me pe ma.
Thank you. So a member problem was already them say was Rosie pe one penny. Na the ya say Rosie am penny one fancy ho. Obo team na ma ne nipa ho ni gu na say was already them yo pa nya me so aye tan yo. Ubeji pa say Togo beg. Some guy short no ba sorry now Tasha white shirt na e komu nyina ye fin o se me up obese o say popema na me so sansu no koka ye dwana so hopper yes opema. The boys in the church are tired of security who be say we now am peninsula so we etini a brand will say opema was sorry them na what say na tie gay so there no so fo nso ani wo mu say Togo Boga kakra won same Dr. K. And they told them yes so in future the girls in the future. Say ye ne ubema Togo Boga. Ah obeko so be di offer if you what dey. Ye fa o Dr. K obema to ma offer. But your can be on the cell say nebusuafo mpo enya pressure. So my question is ebusuafo NJ penye say ye be gini so ana ye nje so. What me dey say? So my question again is so be so pa between wo sofo any o papa ana obusuafo. Why mo na obo mo mane first?
Obusuafo. Obviously obusuafo.
Obusuafo na mane first.
Obusuafo. Sorry ni dey ku. Nti obusuafo first. Before sorry.
Because get away the confusion no woman and crofo baby. That was the same confusion. Say see I can say confusion na woman say or so bi aka say on penny so ba warike. Rebusuafo penny so warike. So ni state to woman say in the dilemma they say why there na me choose and I me question.
Sorry dey na say busuade.
Who choose ba wajagraja ho. Ah odi nsuo dware abonten. Aye protection.
Why any man twitwa mponche.
And now what twitwa mponche moja I say this fie yes sacrifice. And now we are sorry.
Pentecostal church.
Which are sorry. Now find get be twam. Now Jenny Pewo hwa. I am be a Pentecost choosing, Roman choosing, any abonti choosing. And now best studio not to be a serious impaired. Because me see the power ha, I am be on him sorry. I see a call reporting your home. We are putting a lot of people in serious confusion and in connection and contention. The word marriage in Efiebusium. As so for the almost point to me, as you say, who is shag boy no was sorry them. What them Mina minim. Yali odi ba hasi yensa ni mina minimo. It is a so for say baba mania so be so pa. Eto di bia. Eto asumu die. But there's limitation to the choice
when it comes to marriage.
I don't know where you choose a partner that you have a good marriage. But we are some years say, baby, I bet you so or baby so one. And now baby so one will be. And no matter what they need papa. I repeat. Where you meet your partner for marriage doesn't make your marriage work or doesn't make it to work. So I didn't be Gina and Gina, but you share Beman and found. And you say, why ye when you are doing posse over so what? Yeah, you see or no, I've been poor the warren on your and sister. A branch in a bar, yeah, software say, Chenyan Bisan coupon, a bear won't be Bisan coupon. Na se si ade me catch us wo mpa ade nyanko beka bia unti e be ti se asna NPS
comes up an abode my name
0277 609 644.
Okay.
Now Blaster for first match.
We're friendly simple.
My name is 0277. Where would you do 609 644. Ghana for Beshet 10. Opa Mendy.
Councilor Mabai. Yeah, that's it. Any time. Why are they by? That was very simple. We are actually presenting our newest studio for the major news bulletin at 5:30. So, share BB Papa TV, so news Papa TV, so Asabreya, Angel TV, so any Angel FM. Get the new studio live.
So I think that I started this discussion last week. I didn't end it because there was no ending to it. But I think that it makes sense now for me to end it in these current dispensational discussion. So let's all get ready for for this conversational discussion, which is where you meet your partner in life. Does it really affect the marriage? Or why you can pass? Because people have met people who have been recommended to, and they are happy in the marriage. That's the secret. Others have also.
So your TikTok is misbehaving.
It's still misbehaving. We have to keep it. There's nothing. Very, very, very essential. And then, for me, I believe that you don't know how to love. You don't know how to love. Most of you think that you know how to love, but you don't know how to love. People, you don't know how to love. You don't know how to love. Although they only send their dog. Now, so when you don't have young, now what black away? This is better for back on my one.
This very one.
More when you say they buy a settings no hands. Otherwise, you will error issue. Yeah, the banyama. Yes, settings. Okay, this is my one. And these settings are very important to our viewers. We are some men being said, we are why? Why? Neka esiasem so na machia komanda boatim. Today happens to be the birthday of Brown Sugar, one of my sweet followers, one of the sweet girls that supports the only female with the Men in Black conversation. And then the birthday, second. June year, birthday card here doors. And in the H, Yamene. Birthday card, the doors of power with you. And maybe you need good. We are and say, what do you want for your birthday? We are a request. And a request means answer. And that form to say, good much. A solid. And see your coin. You got it. I got from my reason for this. Reason, but you'll be charged. There will be there.
Oh, studio.
Ewa. The two say what we Sarah.
I had your big.
Obiva.
We were foul.
And I may say, so keep it and the battle of the summer. So I'm back again. Let's see what we can do. Today I'm on your faces too direct. I'll relax, but wait, let me finish my conversation. My face is not too handsome, but you have to manage it like that because this is what God gave me. And I made a statement earlier that one of the most difficult things that God created and is facing a lot of challenges. Na obra nyame bre yenti na obre ana ono enti na obre because nyankopon wo we bi a obia said it is said ye hu ni faso anga on say nanso ono aka say on say ewiase bi isa say ni ni free the no o say ewiase na o say conference say ewiase bi on ka say on say ni pebi o say conference and say we are seeing na on say you offense will say you but you can't say and in command you did a very very essential and very simple power tap near and then your request in conversation you shall see last time in but let me say a recommendation for marriage. I told you young person, but in the conversation here, church endorsement. Does it make the marriage the best thing that happens to us? Because we believe, sir, when the church recommends for you, then they are giving you the best thing. There are other people too who today have regretted because the church recommended a certain man for them. But the truth is, the recommendation of the church, how well did they know me? My pastor don't know me well. As old as I am, they don't know me. They don't know me. Even my mother doesn't know me well. How much know my church? And I use Rosie as an example. Beautiful, cute Rosie. She's very beautiful. We don't know how her temper is. Because somebody told me that she's short, but her temper is not short. So when they are recommending Rosie for me, because she's a church member, how sweet does it make the marriage stand? Thank you, Abner. Abner Sugar Stars. So if you see Abner, very huge, thick, tall, beautiful, presentable, eloquent, rich. All those acronyms you find on her. When they recommend her for you in church to marry her, are you marrying her because the recommendation is coming from your pastor? You see the deal? Because the recommendation is coming from a man that you revere. The recommendation is coming from a man that you hold in high esteem. The recommendation is coming from a man that you believe that is good, that he speaks to you. There are people that even are pursuing education because of the recommendation from their senior pastors. Yes. This is why when a senior pastor misbehaves with a church member, we frown because the power over the members are higher. Sorry, the news is going on. I want you. I want your dogs. Yes, sir. It's a difference. Who is your mom? So we're going to start this business today. Because this conversation is important. Very, very important. The conversation is very, very important. Why is it important? It's important because it's very, very important because today we will not keep too long, but Ghana has a football match. And so many people will leave us and know about the football match. Already we are trending behind 3, 2, 5, and 6 because we have been suspended. We don't know when the restriction will open. We don't know what you are doing and we've not done well. That's why they are put restriction. When you read, they say not attending. I don't know what to do. So Abna, thank you for coming. Share the page with the others and let's come together. Abna is power tapping. Abna is liking the show very well. She's the only person present. So when we get our numbers from our followers, Abna today she's born on the 2nd of June. The alerts I received on my Facebook today is 7. So Brown Sugar, congratulations. Happy birthday to you. May God give you what you are asking for. May your secret prayers be answered. Brown Sugar. If you come around today, we will sing for you a happy birthday. It's a long time we saw you on our live feed. We don't know what is happening to you. But to choose a life partner in church, is it good or bad? That's what I want to discuss today. To choose a life partner in church, is it good or bad? Should we encourage people to choose their life partners in church, in a shrine, or in a gathering? Macro ginger honey chips. Oh, we are not mad that was zero. And you didn't come up. Now, never be able to see you. See, I didn't come and see you. LGBT come up by you. You Shatawale ni PR be aboard by you. Somebody could be any Mrs. Gloria could be Busuba. Esther Smith, Nini Knum Kobe, and so complete. Mammy, so I see you couldn't die if you were permanent news and you couldn't go fear you, so you need to few and so complete. What do you think is the reason why marriages are finding it very difficult to last in our current modern dispensation? So, if you make a request, we'll pick you and let's answer those ones. On YouTube, you can join us. On Facebook, you can join us. There's a link that when you click on Facebook, we can easily feed you in. You copy it quickly, click on it, and then you can join us live here on Facebook or on Facebook and on TikTok as well. So the link is posted there. Click on it. Difficulty. I wanted to pin it, but I don't know how to pin it. Okay, so you just say, "Oh, all right, so we're doing our best. If you're watching me on YouTube, you should be able to see a link now so that you can join us with it. Very, very simple. You don't need to go far. You don't really need to go far. All right, so on TikTok, just make a request and I'm now will pick you because I'm nice here, my dear. I'm my darling. How is it? You're doing well. I know it is not the way you want it, but don't worry. Are we live or I was live with you? Me, I'm sure I was live. Let us see. Okay, it's better now. So the link is now on your phone. So all I was saying was I was not there. So you can also join us. The question is very, very, very simple. There are a lot of questions that I want to ask. Where you choose the person you marry, does it have any effect on the marriage? Where you choose a partner to marry, does it really reflect the outcome and how long the marriage can stay? What is affecting us today that our marriage doesn't last like our parents lasted in their marriages. Ladies and gentlemen, she deserves a rousing welcome because she's the only lady who is able to touch what nobody can touch in the life of Constantine. About sugar stars. Oh, I just say, I'm not a boy yet. Bibia the D. Well, yes, that last week your story way, but my popular request, now I'm per se, you tackle this thing from a different angle. Last time your recommendation, but story for phone samba, Nipan say respond now the man. Sa angle no, na that for be bree e wo trouble no say so for can a final. Any recommendation ne keke, but baby a wo choose oba na ebusuafo nso e had bargain. Say abana o share wo social media. Ere e pese wa no ebusuafo nti ase. O ko disini lo share ebusuafo nti ase. And the commander said, I am man. I made us. And commander said, baby, I've been share will be. Does it have any effect on the marriage? Any uncommon? To choose a life partner in church, is it good or bad? Now, the big kind now, you have general discussion before the letter said. I didn't know saying our dear good one engine away at this. A day na abba, any bie, addition, bonsam, entity of bonnet, acquaint to Anna our dearness, and so what it be. That's my question. Because Nanka, our Libya ever told you the check a club. Our day young one may and said, Yintinafable. Abna Yankopon, Abodiumina. A dear yet consistent. A dear engineer, a nipa. Obia di obo yebia obo se enye bibi man ehumba enfaso. So God's creation and God making man and manufacturing things, the animal, the trees, whatever, was meant to bring in fulfillment and answers. Thank you, my dear. I'll call you. Go out to finish your thing. So if anybody manufactures Afromax Plus, the reason for Afromax Plus, why they have put their brand on it, is because they know what it can do. And the expectation is that people must swallow it for it to do what it must do for them. So God's creation, each and everything that God created, there's a mandate for it. The dog has remained as a dog and is doing things like a dog. Immediately a dog loses its orientation from being a dog to another animal, then there is a problem. There's a problem. When a cat loses its ability for being a cat, there's a problem. But human beings have never been consistent by the way we were created. And the reason is because God gave us our will. But the animals too, they have their will. We don't want to compare ourselves to animals, but I'm saying that the creation of God involves trees, grass, animals, fish, birds, the earth. He created all these things. Look, anywhere a grass finds it, anywhere a ground finds itself, a grass will grow out of it. When a fish is in the sea, it performs well. When it's out of the sea, it dies. When you go for a wolf that is supposed to be feeding on certain type of meat in the forest, and you bring it home to tame it down to become something else, it suffers. When you think an eagle looks like a chicken or a fowl, so you bring the egg of an eagle to be hatched by a hen. When they start growing, the eagle will find itself out of the house because it is limited by the virtue of the creation mandate that God gave it. I'm not preaching. I am trying to establish the fact that the most difficult thing that is suffering on earth by God's creation mandate is human beings. We are not fulfilling the purpose why God created us. Our function on earth is not being enjoyed. I am not God and I don't want to be. But God created us with a different mentality to achieve a lot, but we're not achieving. Animals are achieving more than us. So if the human being himself, I don't want to say itself, the human being himself or herself have lost the originality of the purpose for which they were created. How much more me and Abner? So here the preamble. The most difficult thing that God is still battling with are human beings. He destroyed the world once because of human beings, but still, we have not changed. So if God, who created Adam and Eve, and established marriage between Adam and Eve, you didn't eat. Adam and Eve, the two of them were married, and God supervised their marriage. And Eve ate the forbidden fruit in the garden and lost the garden and followed Adam out of the garden. The marriage of God failed. These human beings, it never worked for them. The animal in the garden were still animals operating as goats, as sheep, as cow, as animals. But human beings, we are not. Look, no matter how you bring a dog home and you force the dog to act as a human being, they end up misbehaving and going back to their creation mandate that God gave them. So when I hear somebody's interest is to marry a cow, marry a dog, marry an animal, I see that there is something wrong upstairs. You're having a mental problem. There is a wrong orientation with you. When I see somebody who is married and the interest in the marriage is beyond what marriage must be, I see there's a problem. Because sexual intercourse must be enjoyed in marriage, or must be enjoyed by male and the female. So when I realize that your interest when it comes to sexual intercourse is a male and a dog, a male and a cabinet, a male and a cucumber. Once I realize that what God created have lost its interest and purpose, then you are no more in the image of God. You are in the image of something that we can't describe. Because the only way you identify a jaguar is by the symbol of authority of a jaguar manufacturer. Counselor Lutrots, I'm a brand. You can hate me for being a brand. I'm a brand. My voice is a brand. My image is a brand. So today I was in the office speaking, and they said a commander is looking for me. I don't know the commander. But when I stepped out of the office to meet the commander, he shook my hand and said, "Congratulations, I've always wished to meet you." That's a commander, Commander Boateng, the commander-in-chief or the commander and leader of Korle Bu police station. Today is my first time meeting. He says his whole life, he is asking himself, when will I meet this man? He didn't meet me, he heard my voice. Because my voice is a brand endorsed by what I do and mean. So I'm saying that whoever manufactures anything takes responsibility for the outcome of the product. So God created us, and he takes responsibility for the outcome of whatever we do. Get this. Now, so if we are representing God on earth, God never married. It's not controversial. God never married. And when Jesus came in the form of a human being, he mingled with all the top girls and the top women, but he didn't marry. But he had a mother. He had a father figure, a mother figure. Joseph had sexual intercourse with Mary and produced other siblings that Jesus invited to follow him. He's 33 years on earth. He was a virgin. Jesus Christ, the taste of a woman that Jesus Christ would have married would have been very different. Why? Because in the book of Job chapter 1, if you read verse 9 downwards, Job married and had children. When the crisis of Job came, in the frustration and the pain of the wife, that was not part of the crisis. Because hear me, the children of Job died. His businesses went down. His cattle died. His building collapsed. So he was now living a life that was not presentable. But why didn't God kill the wife of Job? I don't know. I didn't think Nyankopon could do it. Job yere nyame nkuno Job mba nyina ewuye Job adwuma nyina hwete ba ne yere no wankuno na Job bre ekura no nyina uma ne duane odidi bema wodi counselor Lutrot ni bema kentinka maybe obi shia bi ehia na mani agi and the police commander shia me na ni agi and someone coming to me come here amna hey okaso bi atan wa boa e bi de today papa and mommy me back to myself said no, I need to continue life. I won't die for any stupid person. And I've now made my mind up again. Anybody that comes across me wrongly, I'll crash you down.
That's right.
I'm telling you. I don't fear anybody. No, some of you think I don't fear anybody. I don't. And nobody can put fear and panic in me. No. Forget about that one. I have some level of respect because I'm a human being. I I've never brought my wife out. I've never brought my children out because of what I do. Because I don't want anybody to go and then use their nonsense on my wife and children. Because I can't defend them. So when somebody thinks that counsel and you slow, no, I don't fear anything because I'm not. When you are asleep, I'm awake. What time do I send you messages? What the? Oh, Sean, come. Esther crash for you, brother. You didn't know another. Maybe I'm in now. Man, and you must go. Besides, Papa said, we wouldn't see how much it was done. So be can't be careful. Mama can and come on me. And the more I am, who only best screen recording, the more about year because they see idea with you are born out to me screen recording. So one reporting send a who now. Now, when you are cassette, it is a baby, dear man, go focus on book. Debut. Yes, you won't ye can. Ye kum. Now, go for what Nancy and ye, there be a dear be a man want to only look one year. It may say. I didn't and Yankupon say, be our job. Good evening, Libya. Maybe I'll become you. There be I'll become yes, I'm gonna meet you there. Every day I come you. Do just have number somebody to me use the they are tated and see about someone could hear.
Of course. Also, job now has a what's not doing. It's an idea, and you come back where they come on. I teach enough for shitting and said a wife for no. To know Johnny was a guy. Oh, you should have got her. Because on complain. On complaining, baby. So, do me, wow. You're sure that the baby ain't in the SR, or you're not on the one bedroom, you know. Always you're under that kind of pressure. Tina Bonsamo, who's so very useful to him, Tina way.
Okay. What can say? That's a deep thinking. Eti Bonsam kujob ma job juma pe bia ma job adome nyame no oja ne yire e san so be yusu ne yire e dia say job sana outside me say to was yi
I can't so very useful to him. Then say because on say pressure. I live in my bema. And I say, Nanyama perform. I get that same pressure. I cry. And I will be to media man. My man, never be free now. If you look at it, you are getting a finite home. I remember so, never be free. No one, I get a bedroom. The board. It's no different now when I got on. There's some more Becano. And I thought I had a clear so fancy. Over here, I wasn't going or relaxing.
The teenager said, Bonsa.
Or try the second, but some more can with 2 minutes, so one cannot do because say, or some open job, the maybe of a captain house. Now, wait, the mere hearing and milk. She's trying to understand what you are going through. At the end of the day, no, I could dear no one. She's the only person I'm a voice. It's me, I'm a job. And you know, I say, oh, Janica, I say, Job now, I shall be recording. I am sure Jack also had a nice story for you. I went in now, of course, because that
The teenager says, oh, share job here, only easier pay.
Oh, only and my wife's be bring one. So we have gone after wife, we can't say be not say. One thing it through one share open it at the end of the day. Why I didn't know? Over to a church, now so one church would say, what I don't know what the ocean now. It's a job here, there's only if Saddam was all bad. And by the old time, that moment now, emotions, you know, there are things that you will take decision on. But then at the other one, what say, and then buying now, but then you're sure they found bad, no. I tell you back, or maybe it's an emotion, no, I at the end of the day, we don't know. But remember, the Brenano will sit and think through it. Sana, what take his step, you know. The one show you now influence them, but free or ban honor, so one show you. Well, they have no other blame you. Like a job where at least we send a pan or do me and a pan and go, new work passion. Ever, Papa, I don't know yet. Ah, not on my channel, out to share. I work as an after one the eye. It's
Not just say, and Comona would in my etias, yes, say. And man, my titunu, Yamini Nani, you Nadia, you
more than half.
So, and Bonsama fan and son cat job here. A son said, no, but when be a gina should be a said you. Not just a say, but see a say what. So, while here, the agent fans with the sell pile here in your map.
Oh, if we say, or money now, coupon, some we are fine. Oh, almost a time, I almost passed the sun. Also, I bet you I say so. Meaning in the most of the your family say, I Christians here and answer so for it.
Sorry, network can come down until you're carrying.
And she and me at me, and I also that very, very committed. No, or no, but no, I become best of foes, a fine. So, on shut up value. But then we look at people are not just Christian, but then the oil imagine say, or person on yet, or person obey them, or person on your bad thing, but then or person stick it to the European. Those kind of people, no, what's the say? Influence in the group, no one saying no one gene ye fan. Or you never mark or you at the end of the day, no. Who are they pay?
So, Matthew was here, dear.
No,
Very deep talk now, can so. Bonsama fan and son can't job here. And you said the need and I don't know any children.
So open job na say no. Fane say, cause I'm sure that will be very close to you. Say bia. Fine. Obi pe we do bone pa, o say sport to time I will be about here. Enya wo yere. Apart from say bia o have the living po no only nipa na wo bedroom nti no. Fane say nipa na go agina wo ho. Not our pay information. Bia most of it na say o yere na be say oh we pie. Someone who is very close to you and I say, oh yeah, or Casa, and then I believe also job or now for but I believe said maybe I know the life of the one on some now to most and the real or cancer man. Take a currency, I want a man or the better.
Yeah, that's siesta. What be any? Abna, the answer cannot tell you.
Can't I do woman have a currency with a monk as a mechanic?
Yati. It's not just a big pino. Esame baso for the last. Not just say, oh, sha. Our the giant beba between the wife and the husband. Through whom does marriage breakup comes?
Oh, Kansla, you know.
Oh, idiot. Oh, idiot.
I don't want
Okay.
Oh.
It's a bonsam.
Because at the end of the
Yes, a bonsam you should do our dear one. Bonsam you should do our dear one. Obey you should ban the pass and beman.
That's a member, dear. Also, I don't know how men think. That's a member, dear. Thoughts never be brain one or more. What's a member of family of my falani and daddy? I'm not dear. Oh, no, it's not. Most of it, yes, at least. I be a wood see it, and after the BB, I will be also to be talking to your wife, be educating it because, say, when someone not dream pie, no, I don't know. If you're not a style. It's no funny say, a perform a brain one, I'll book on Mutini, Jamani, but then still now. And Barnage, I'm at the end of the day, no hope, no, it becomes peaceful near the idea. But Obani Yaka said, friend, yeah, any peace, no, and one. Bibi our giant about the bow, Bibi about the bow, and then in the do one, where I need number.
Because my dream pa said, my dream pa said, Joe be biashe, Nisika she, Nidan she, and if you are now more than a cat hopper, and Obana the Yanyan she da, Yan did that.
Some lawyer, and only more for you. To bring Job down, you know, that's the only person at that time no available. I'll be fine.
It means the wives must think well because they can easily be used by the devil against their husbands.
Of course, that one dear, of course. Also, memory now, maybe grandpa, about what you do, or maybe emotions be torture, yeah. Maybe a member of grandpa feel say. Dina, why and a dear, maybe or having some time on her own. Don't know, say, because why and you know, why do you know? So, you did nothing. The talks don't control in the pen. Not or entertaining idea. I was at the end of the day, no, I'm not going to obey this near idea at the end of the obey the noise as I did a crap was sending us sanity. Now I hear me.
Now, a man won't.
Wow, it is sanity.
I hear them all. That's wife's regrets. Because Bible said,
of course,
and I Job you catch and said, now who goes so soon and coupon don't men on no one casa dominion woo or see curse God and die. So is it like the woman was? So is it like the woman was feeling pity for Job, or the woman was being mocked at, or the woman wanted an end to the marriage so she can become free? What really came over the wife of Job to say, curse God and die, and yet curse God and let's die?
Ebetumi abata one kata hwenkonko atọ me ho no ebia o ze ya so obi o hwe yarefo no wan hwe ya owu ja yarefo no. So imagine e kuno pa na ebon say na owu sa wo bre ebetumi abata bia oba no owu sa o bre he can get rid of you. Wow.
So why didn't she say that curse God and let's die? And then one can say curse God and let's die. Now bemonu wa wo enyunyem nkwala na nkwala ni nyina ewu kọ. Ana na abuso owu. Na won to abra boso.
Oh, that you na make an ebe of Philemon wow.
Now Philemon. So I don't know Philemon. One can say, talk to your God who made us rich and well to heal you, but die.
Yes. Influences
Eti bonsam na fa Job yire so na ka ken se
sometimes you see what people are going through. I advise you about you. And you know, I advise you prophet because no possess life spirit apart from prophet one I do here. And then they happen. Tell me about now, for you may be about some of the BBR children and send a bear. I don't talk to so what I say, hey, it makes sense. At the end of the day, BBR call. And I told you to not come at papa. BBR call you over
BBR call you. Sister BBR call you. I can't get it. Job lost everything except the wife.
Well, and you believe
there's nobody left.
About Job, so
there be mankind. Okay, watch it. That did Job marry again after the disaster?
I think I'll get rid of a woman.
Senaga, I'll get rid of the womb. So Job didn't lose everything. He lost everything except the wife.
And then maybe I'm some dream say no, say Job so now okay, at least there will be back could be a woman change.
Because Bible my say Job yire no etnasi. Emma Job e construction we assign ni be wu adubiu. How they try the They try the but they didn't move here. They didn't move here no call one Jacob back. There be Joe. You didn't move here, talk about Jacob back. Diana.
Okay.
But Job actually, yeah, they get a pen one to
I'm not on somebody in this is why I'm not so at least I encourage you to say and so back to what you know. If I did
because needing a Jana caught that. One money pa punch me. One poison.
I'm sorry.
It's as enough when something here do.
Was something here do as uncle. So on your so said I'll buy you a passing test now for Saturday.
Because na Nyankopon ka say na say Nyankopon ka say bon somebody me de mensa kan do obi bia ba ne nkwa de obi ba nsa etina Job de ne nkwa de bon sam ntumi nje but ne yire no the wife of Job was not attacked. He walked through the pain and agony of Job used by the devil until Job came back to life. But Bible now Kada said the devil didn't have the right to touch the wife of Job. But see, the life of Job can never be touched by the devil. Hey, man, I'm watching you. Now, when something we even. So, what do you think is what do you think is contributing to this marital issues? Are you woman?
But just say, or buy it to me and you are a baby, but in the money
now, a money member 1 year bob so man you.
I am so remember, and I want to.
And a muddy and bread and come on. I know. Any empress is here or here TikTok link or so you. Or my block is I meaning the maybe. I don't know. Meaning the me, but see my review, my appeal, Santima, anti young Kosu, Yanam 12, 10, 3, 2, 4, sa.
I mean, for your moment now, strong man or mama will be experienced.
Say application na etu mi na nye nipa. I to say Job yire obi ewu aka no nko asa na bonsam na eyusu no. Eti bedi ko bi yiri ya nyame ji bedi ko bi akasa so nto asori dan no so di akoko se mo nto na say ebeta ba say bonsam na eyusu na na.
Hey, Miss Rowe.
Sadia na enkomo ye di ni say ye bisa say adenti na nansi ana our dear Jayemi pain no aya dosso sa. And the episode said, Job, Bibia or Shri Bibia was a so. Now, on something in Sakan, Bibia or Panisan can hear it. I didn't hear. Now, on something in yes, yes, not a need to one now, or you soon their son, and that's why I did.
I said, Job, not a young couple on the band, not to be the some side. As I listen to Jabby to be a while.
And none of you they are to get to him.
Now, somebody didn't plan to finish Job. Why, then you saw a definition of, better India, until he's done. Now,
Miss Lew, if you ever holding the wife and our castle on Dominion Coupon, no one castle Dominion Coupon near woo.
Well, I don't remember the story very well.
Oh, the story is there in the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9. You can go and read it. Let me look for it for you.
I don't remember the website of it.
Let me read. I'll look for the scripture for you.
Maybe I can.
In the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9. Job chapter 2, verse 9.
Let him have revelation.
Or sit there.
And you, Mama, the two shall be one in Tinaja. Now, make us and I have a tank of do, but just a wife and a cow.
Me patcho before Kafra. Ma kwa. Me ufie. Bibia bako na de o kan de ye mfa.
That's the marriage here. Every another tradition.
Job chapter 2, verse 9. His wife, Job's wife, said to him, "Are you still maintaining your integrity with the God of your life? Curse God and die." Look.
That's what she said.
Yes, that's what she said to the husband.
And he refused. I still kept her around.
That is where we don't understand why we still keeping you people around.
It's just an opinion.
What's it then?
And they say around 42.
What's it then? Hey. Bonsam call Nyankopanimu request back no kan you or say Job chapter 2 verse 5 or say, "But now stretch out your hand and strike his flesh and bones. He will surely curse you." So all that the devil was looking for from Job was to curse God. And the wife that was employed by the devil came to remind Job, curse God.
Of course.
Because
I think the wife was working for the devil. That's why the devil did it. The wife was working. Where did doesn't mean that never ever deny a exactly because if Mama Adam to the baby, Adam handsome woman if you get money at the end or no, your man has some ya can't so much say, hey, I deal with men yet, but you're telling me, say, or no, Obama, you didn't film I buy, or no, the catch she say, I have been given an instruction. me person me this so any oba na odi ama me and I me rabbit say sister say owa say that jai penny na nkata ho and I me tie sister ya tie ase person na ya tie ase e so very e ma no ho kwai mo some you so no. When we come to the case of Job, and he found out when some time back, because if you throw more than they will buy it, and him and or buy it, or buy him.
Job chapter 1, verse 12.
The ball of body being say Job no coca said the flesh the
Adam the other who no kind, but Job chapter 1 verse 12 was it? And then Job chapter 1 verse 12 was it? The Lord said to Satan, now what kind of deeper? Why is the internet off? Can you hear me, people?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, because my Bible no call off. Maybe. Okay.
One thing was a Bible, phone to Bible, I answer to know.
I knew.
It's difficult in the
Okay. You see, Job has 7 sons and 3 daughters. He owns 7,000 sheep. His sons were used to feasting in the homes of their on their birthdays. And brown sugar birthday. Or see now open birthday party. Or see, when the feast runs down, Job will always go and sacrifice on behalf of the children because maybe they have sinned against God. Verse 6. One day, the angels of the Lord, one day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came there. So, the Lord said to Satan, "Where have you found? What have you come for?" Satan answered the Lord and said, "From roaming through and fro on earth, going back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears me, who fears God and shuns evil. Does Job fears you for nothing? Satan replied, God. Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the handwork, and so that his flocks and herdsmen has spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you in the face. Strike everything he has. So this is where God gave permission to. They said, the Lord said to Satan, very well, then everything he has is in your power. But everything he has is in your power. But on the man himself, do not lay a finger. Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. So God gave everything to Satan, including the wife. Immediately when Satan started, now Vicky, hear what Satan did. One day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the owner's house, the oxen were out and the donkeys were grazing near. Kafra. One day when the children of Job were having party, one time when Job's children were having party in their oldest brother's house, a message came to Job. A sudden attack made off with them and put the servants to sword, and I am the only one left to escape to come and tell you. Some start here. While he was still speaking, another messenger came. The fire of God fell from heaven and burned up all the sheep and the servants, and I am the only one left to come and tell you. While he was still speaking, the cherubims from 3 riding parties swept down on my camels and made off with them. Then they put the servant to sword, and I'm the only one left to come and announce to you. While he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said, your sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine in the oldest brother's house, when sudden mighty winds swept in from the desert and struck the 4 corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they were dead, and I am the only one left to come and tell you. At this time, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head and fell on the ground and worshipped God and said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked will I depart. The Lord gave, the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. When you know, about the son upon some coon in many in a one good. Yeah, can't be home to us.
Yeah, you are saying so. No, and I'm saying it's giant life or no, young, yeah, on the airport. Hey, it sounds like. You not a man would know, and I don't know one. So I don't know.
Somebody swadi who is over doing Yankupon or sing Yankupon. He was spared.
She could have it, but she wasn't.
No, she was spared by the devil, because I will prove to you.
You know she was.
I'm going to prove to you. I'm proving to you.
Well, as I was saying, either said she was hired by the devil, or God did not want to let him lose everything. At least there should be some comforting.
No. Because look at the Bible. The Bible says in the book of Job chapter 2 verse 9, it says, his wife said to him, are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God and die.
So how is that playing in today's life? I don't know, baby. You ask 2 questions. Is this part of what we are discussing about how marriages and relationships are not being stable these days? Is this part of it?
So if from my beginning of my preamble, human beings have become one of the most difficult things God created to manage. And so I'm saying that why that in the marriage of Job and the wife, the devil was able to destroy everything except the wife. And Esther said, because the only way the devil can get Job was through the wife. All kind of crazy.
Say, I'm not like let me tell you something. First of all, so for all you know, now
then how can now at the Bema Vic at Mr. Bema Color Swadi Pie.
Or say, first of all, or say. Now, when I say no protection, I would have a warrior who did about or do matter. Oh, no, I was not I because you want to be what's all powerful as I can be.
What's your fun is uncanny?
We can also go back to the beginning where God and Satan were having their conversation. Exactly. Yankopona na kopo ojo di ma bo sama de all the yankopona no ani jejereje. So what I say, I will come down the baby no. On who joke money di as a net who was watching now upon the without social media not the other the power of Job and Esau something like the person to do nothing when Yaman.
That did not Job a braba or boa.
Oh, sir, on some man as only Shibani. Oh, only Shibani. Sometimes the old lady will be a home wow. Once a Yakopo now, which you get to know, but so sharp on some say. Ukwa no subanya ba radio ya otiase. Also said yeah, when ya adamfo bi na wutu say ya na obi kuma ko fo mo ware so fresh ya kwai go go ba say oba ya ma pa actually proud. No, why am feeling proud of Joe. I say on some don't subanya na we die. What I say? I said yeah, I said the counselor say hey, let me sugar die. Be our woman back what I say. No one can be said what I walk. I can't buy it. So I can put us at you could say around there. What I say? Aha, that means I won't go. What I say? What I say? Who don't win? I wish you. Well, so fresh. I want to crap when I come up with you. I say, let me know. I never remember now. I have to talk for some of these things. So, no, now, so then I could point to me. So, I so about to be able to fill in the power to the boss. I'm by way say, now, God should deny the enemy permission to afflict whatever thing that is making me happy. Because the one is saying, won't you bet you can be shame? Oh, maybe when they all discover so now all tough. That was some of the wash and pass. Silence, yeah. If you also say, you might get again, and I'll go on the what you have some of it. Ah, no, and nothing wrong. And every time you might have to a sorry day. That's on my and what to pass. Say, don't do you always want us away and why I room say, okay, and you know, what you are the mental. Anyway, I mean, your way. Well, open our secret place now. One in a coupon time now, 2 million more. Now, Bob on Tia. What's what you know? One tonight, I will send you ourselves, Charlie. What's up? Now, about flick. So say, yeah, it's a happy way to travel. Some of these songs need to be looked at. Hey.
No, but when we say, my problem is say, part-time Christian will fight full-time devil.
Full-time devil.
80. Job chapter 1 verse 7 or say, the Lord said to Satan, where have you come from? Satan answered the Lord, from roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it. And he said, then the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job?
So no,
David, sister, one minute assassin. So have you considered my servant Vic?
Consider in what that's like consider in what sense?
Or consider say or nama assassin. Where she and Pipia or ye blameless on your bonnet da Saint Job. On nama assassin. Where she will be a Nipanenya no now so on your pragadam. And I want some say, I need Meshia Job. I am pa. Na dear Job, I say, Yaman now they are born who by niti. Na so person who no cresse Job. And then Yaman now they are born home by dia. Jinyaman in our say, oh, Bodia.
Kasa for home for baby, or can't say, 1 year, one striking on
Job, see, chapter 9. Or see, chapter 1, verse 9. Or see, does Job fear God for nothing? Satan replied. Verse 10. Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands so that his flocks and hides are spread throughout the earth. So that's Bonsaman Job. And Yakupon in dear see or channel. And to who say Bonsamas as you know Yamina, Nidaki Baku and Joba Brabo was so much as our young. No, see, UK, Nadia, a Quenya Nabao. Now, Quenya Media Mount, a dear Baku pen a main far end count. Or see, but now stretch out your hands and strike everything. TMU, stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to the face.
Everything he has. That he has an own clothes he has a more highlight to the number
Obanin count. Obanin count.
No.
Obanin count. Dabe count with Dabe count. Dabe will count who properties. Thank you. So you are not part of the things your husband has.
The things was simple. And only me property to go. Meaning, sir, on the engine, I said, and to me about in San
There be na Satan pe ade bi a ebema Job akesi yakopon. Eti no won ko ni yire no. Eti ni yire ni pe no betme yusu no. Eti be ma hwe ase ye ni yire.
Using part on a money can one. Ya well ya mata. Satan no say am na fine. Eti we for you so ya ye. Sisi no say na all to and fro or at the end of it. Sisi ye is ahead mo afro. So he's free to go in there and do whatever he can. Why must you put it on somebody?
So why didn't he catch the wife? Why he could have spared the children and killed the wife? Because a man's heart is on the wife.
Why are you choosing on killing it?
Because at the end of the day, he can manipulate the wife and not the children.
Now, the job about and I will say, Shanama Tachino. It's one say, Yankasa, they are not one some no, very, very strategic. So when he said, the only thing I bet me could do, and they said, you will be better my kayaka deal, we bet waiting. No, I'm not doing a coupon. What I say, and the only person that can do that is the wife. How? One of the wife, that's how can the wife not easy or the wife.
Ah, no one thing your kind.
I'm trying to say, oh, Brenna Bromen, no matter the next one, it was a Brenna Bromen one. A brand free. A brand
some that they buy. Some that they buy.
Want to talk about okay, Esther, that means, upon some right on Job, no what your first one touch. Yeah.
Except the life. Except the life. Except the life. And your wife. The life.
Except in the life, yes, counselor. And I'll buy, wife, I had a man, so on say because just like you said everything,
yes.
Everything that
now they know Jan wife. I didn't know Jan wife to put in bed now.
And I will be sending a minute because or buy it,
it doesn't know Jan. Big Frabon, some lebby some way.
And then I may put my dear call your my friend now.
Fanama Bra.
Because Abraham is so daily 4 years. That is so
Eddie Job. Eddie Job. Eddie Job. What is it here?
Lady, one say, now, but somebody to me are frustrated. At the end of the day, no one can tell the one who are cool. Or you don't know. So, do you know that the wife in a way is a victim?
No. How?
When there was one or how? Right, person. What? See, because upon time said, yeah, on president in Tanka, including wife,
yes.
Upon said a moment, upon something say, one on that, which the more can say, talk, we will know, command you, upon your man, a quine, so actually accept the life of Job himself. I know what your work see, some of work see actually say, what they really a bit, essay, one of it, your passion be amenity. What is on casting and
because Vic, when some say, what did you be a feeling or be castle? So what the devil was looking for from Job was to curse God. That was the target. And then the wife too comes back to tell the husband, curse God. So they outside.
Why did the devil
so that the devil can tell the wife to tell Job to curse God.
So you cannot say that right here.
I said that's why he didn't kill her. So he can use her.
Yeah, but so if he can use her, it's because you're not a fine.
Yes, you Bibia.
What are you talking about? Now I want something to show. I didn't
Rich wife, to Wasi, rich wife for Baha.
God has given you over to the devil to you. What are you talking about?
So why didn't you kill the wife? Why didn't you kill the wife and kill all the children? I will come back. So
what are you saying?
Well,
it's over for them.
But when
they have to be they didn't have to be shoot against their father, but they are dead and gone. But and then I'm gonna tell how they pass them say Obama.
And say Otnas is sound or sound 10 or sound 10 bio as well as I want. Yes,
counselor, Satan Obano Swan, and got that I
Then you Kuobana can you see where Kumi Bia do be starting fresh.
and you could be but upon some person who usually did good job, Dino Chow, and that is all.
And 1 year cassette, and 1 year cassette, and a year cassette. Bema Bia shed who ye nasi be see a kuna be jammy.
Dan and a job you could wait. Let's make you could not
May I say,
yes, because look who show us maybe what I'm saying, we're going to the TV
debut. Yeah, ya wale mwenye, yeni yadi ya mobo. Yeni yadi ya mobo. Ewa kwa beshi.
In the case after it turns around Gold West too. The same way that will be here. And also your
big. Bema bia wesi na adi mpiso beku ni yere. Oba fo float mi mani dani na adi. Be catcher. I'm telling you. Wesi na adi mpiso beku ni yere. Another woman can turn the mind of that man. There be over can't see ya. Over can't see. Emma, so oba sinadi piso be you if you no catch there on your ba say forget it. Oh, yes. You will content. This is about some. Oh, the American to say much that more can go rich wife so. Also, so for mammy more. On your job, was it?
That's the one who said job issue. I understand where lady is coming from. And your job construction anymore. The wife went also construction.
On your crow.
Cast of I shall say.
A crowby.
Cast a crying buy
My ma.
Whatever Job went through, the woman went through.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
Madam, God knew said Job your own in a man.
Daddy, but which one? You can know correct. Nyanko Ponsi. Nyanko Ponsi. Nyanko Ponsi, you can touch everything except the life of Job.
That's it, Pastor. Most of us live in inside Job here.
Are they? No, but is Job hearing?
Is it part of the life?
Everything that Job owned. Everything that Job owned. The maid servant. Didn't the maid servant die? He killed the maid servant. He killed the highest man. He killed the children. Killed everything. Destroyed his property. Killed the cow and the sheep. So why did he? Because he wanted to use the wife against Job.
So why did he leave the wife?
Because he wanted to use the wife against Job. That's why he came to tell the husband that, are you still maintaining your relationship with God? Curse God and die. And all that the devil was looking for is for Job to curse God.
And the woman was seeing the husband pain every second. She was telling me they were finishing.
What pain? No, what pain?
Is going through a lot.
So also
a stranger, outsider. Don't you how much
media Hamisa, but the American say, I don't know, you didn't say, let's go there. I don't know, you didn't say, curse God and let's die. Or say, curse God and die.
Even your network is not agreeing.
They say, I then curse God and let's die. But or see, curse God and die.
I want to grow. I want to grow.
And Tina, why they would not mind them? Well, the time Bema be away or way yase, a Japadia, Mama, you will be trouble. Oh, the one be a yawn world. Say what bread, as when you sit down. Never wait out eating a member for the water and never drift you. Ah, baby, our body dog, you know, one a baby is body dog.
Container also free, yes, I'm not for other container.
Oh, sister, can I do you?
I'm not going to say, container, yeah, fin, what you say, granny, fin.
Look, Miss Woods, a granny,
and they need a new move. It says, oh no, you died 12 years. Okay, let me read it. I say I won't read that here. Okay, what you say, counselor? We have text, a regular text. I say, counselor, how do you stop with your wife and after 7 years, she's still working, claiming that nobody has slept with her? Can it be true? It tells people what you were going through with her when it comes to sex in bed. This is something we would say different. The devil used the wife because they can easily be used to destroy you and you become useless and die. I am going through the same job life. Hey. I've called you, son. You don't want to mind me. Oh, bruh. Bruh, I'm guilty. 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 When we finish just now, call me. Please call me. Thank you for your misunderstanding. You know what he's saying? Or see, or then you know. The didn't know, Bemi be India. And all in it, say I know the or the Chinese see. And the other didn't Obia or catch Obia say, if you Sonia make Nuja will be India. And the saw cancer. Now I am passing joke, you know, some fan is son, and not so dinner, so they say, Nikun. Abranti, na Abranti, Peter message was sending me. Tell me. Again, I establishing the fact that human beings are the most difficult thing God created and it's difficult to maintain them. My question is, what do you think is the reason why till today marriages are not working like it worked in the past? Before we come to our story for the day, where do we start from?
So many things.
Yeah, she has if you work so many things. Yeah, she has if you stop where what that on the start to talk about now.
So many things.
Do you believe? Do you believe in our giant?
Of course.
Why? Why?
In everything we are seeing, if whatever it is you are doing becomes a threat to your life, if that thing is preventing you from even being right, if you are losing yourself, say a danger to you, I mean, your life is more important than whatever it is, being married or whatever. If you're threatening with life, you need to get out.
So they're married. Okay, so also what JIB and to what JIB, another marriage was a threat to your life.
Of course.
Threat to your life.
Of course, I was so depressed. The first time I encountered a counselor, she told me said depression and it was stage 3.
Oh, sir.
But yare, identify crampona ebro 6.
Our lady.
Story I wake up in the morning and I can't even get out of bed. My paralyzing.
Why? Because of bad marriage.
Yeah.
How? Oh, then I'll come. What's with the how? So be at me,
no, something will happen to you from point A, then the work will go to point B.
So what about the answer now when you're at for? Obi at me,
that means you're depressed.
Yeah, so you can get sick in marriage. It's normal.
Okay, then what happened to you?
No, but it's sickness. Nobody. Sickness is sickness.
Clearly, the sickness and everything is clearly psychological.
Oh, then it means that your mind was not strong before you came to marry.
Exactly. So I started by saying it's a selection of the partners to begin with.
Okay, so you believe that the marriages that are not working now is because of the people we select to be wives or husbands?
Yes.
Don't you think you are saying this because you've married before?
No. Well, I've married before, and it's only America. It means it's America.
So you are saying this because you are married before, but those who have not married before, how would they know?
They will know.
How?
If you ask me, and me per se, okay, but if I look at the person I was and the person I became after, to me, it feels it was a blessing. I was supposed to go through that to become who I am right now, which is better than who I was before.
So God wanted to punish you so that you become better. Is that what I'm saying?
He didn't punish me.
But you said you became sick and you were in the stage 3 level of depression, and every sickness in the world you had one. So is that all God wanted you to become the female Job?
No, he took me there to train me.
So your husband is not. So your husband is not a bad person.
Well, for me, he did things to me that wasn't good for me. Whatever, I don't know how to put it.
But God used him to do things that were not good for you.
If I look at him as a human being, he was just being himself and doing whatever he wants to do.
Was he not sent by God?
Yeah, he was. That is what I'm saying. It was a blessing. The whole thing was a blessing. It was supposed to happen. It taught me a lot about people, about life, about situations, about the fact to say, before you choose somebody to be with, you should know who you are. You should know what you are trying to become in life. Have your profile. This is where I am. This is what I want to become. These are my beliefs. These are my principles. This is who I am. Now, Mijina has a CAE. What do I need to become that thing? I'm a doctor. I said medical school. Okay, how do I get to the medical school? So you know where you are going, and then you know how to get there. And so what's our plan? Whoever you are deciding to keep around you, whatever you are going to do from the original to get to where you are going, you should be supporting you are getting there. This is the one
person has this sitting down. Then there is another person who also has the same profile of himself. This is who I am. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to get to in life. And Timoshiano, you show your cards. Look, maybe I like you and I don't like you, whatever it is. This is I didn't know serious now. I wouldn't say this serious now. This is who I'm trying to become. This is who I am. This is what I believe in. Now also what the other two table so say a fact and penny and pass it to me achieve. We are going the same way. And as I say, you go different ways, now. This is your path, this is my path. We understand and agree, say, as we are moving, this is how we are moving. Why not? But me knew who I am. I didn't know who I was. I had a fair idea where I wanted to get to. But the ingredients I even needed to get there, I didn't know. I was with a view, send me over, my son. This is also another young man, or not so awesome. I dreamed that is what was in my mind. And this guy was my friend. Madam Fukeke. And on the surface, oh, he's nice to me. I go to there, I talk to him, blah, blah, blah. That was the only things I knew. I didn't know him as a man. Yet I jumped into it because on the surface, I see a young man with, a respectable life, whatever it is. But deep down, the nipa wa yana ni. Abrabo or try to be one na ni. Ya tenasi ending komo. I just jumped in because we were check or kotia or die ebedem. That was it. But it is beyond that. This man didn't even want to have a child in his life. No, that's all the over. But I didn't know. And I want to have children. Me and my person will be 6. We never had this discussion. Because now my starting I say, hey, you can't do that in my house. There are women I know who don't want to have children. I have female friends, they are walking about here on not being so, but the one person calling the other, but or no. Daddy. So this guy needed this kind of woman. Now come to me, Konya, remember on super so who pay 15. I jam it to me, man of 5 and now 6. No, we will be able to us so be fun style. So as I'm saying, choice. You should know what you are looking for. And to know what you are looking for and choose to know, you should know who you are before you even start anything. Number 2, you should be on your own. Say, you can live your life. You should be so full of nipa we here to the extent say you should be able to walk away from the person sitting in front of you, no matter how nice they look to you or how much money they have. It won't get me to the destination I'm trying to get to as a human being. And I am not ready, or I cannot twist myself and change myself to become something. You should be able to let the person walk because of you when it's required, you will still live. And knowing ourselves as a people, number 1, knowing who you are right now, what you are trying to do, where you want to get to, what are you trying to become? Because and what led to my depression was trying to become what he wanted or what he will accept or something. I was changing to fit where I was. And the very day I picked his phone to check who he has talked to, that is when something hits me and say, hey, this is not you. You don't do this. Why are you doing this? whatever has happened to you, for you to check this phone to know who this guy has talked to, has changed you. Wake up. And this is 13 years of my life trying to change who I am. I had changed, but I didn't know what I have become. I didn't know who I have become. I have forgotten who I was, and I don't know where I am.
So I'm coming.
Now you have to fight back.
So I'm saying that you are in a marriage for 13 years before you realize these things.
No, me realize it. No, not a bank. Well, some things were not making sense. As I'm telling you, no. That was my mindset. If you put it on the table, I was just in it free flow. But me who say no, I did be never be resistant. Not a bank it. But to put everything together and make sense of it, say this is exactly what is going on. It took a lot of time. At the point, now me feel say I don't have to be here. But I didn't even, let me need clarity, let me put it that way. I didn't fully understand the whole situation and what was going on. Confusion. Until me call by twice. Me feel let me more back. Me feel let me more until I got to understand exactly what was going on. And suddenly I'm here in the mat. He will say no. This is the situation. This is who you are. This is what you are trying to become. This is what you are trying to do. This is who this person is. And then now I affect you negatively. It is because of who you are, and because that association is not for you. That is why it is having negative impact on you. The person is just living his life. He's just being who he wants to be. Or sorry, that is him as a person. But I couldn't contain it because that is not what I need. But that is where I learned that people are individuals. Obia nini or person here. Oh, go when you are who you be, oh, yeah, Ben Quire, who you are, into me, fan Katia, Ben Quire. May say it is my biggest blessing. I learned so much.
So, did you find it in any part of your life that you've also gone to disturb somebody's son?
Of course. Of course. We can share me who say I am in somebody's space. Obi be fancy wa pepe. The same way Obi be fancy wa me pepe. As I sit here, I am not getting the best. This guy may also not getting the best. Council through time be on or 2 kwanya. We couldn't be in this house. The two of us cannot even be in the house at the same time. And this is somebody who likes to be at home. The fear is very entertaining because he likes to be in the house. Me so I like to be at home. But the moment the two of you now also build the home, what's our home? It is not a home for the two of you anymore. So I was like, why waste space?
So when it came to you making a decision to move, were you moving to look for the man that can contain you to have 15 children, 6 children? Were you looking for that man?
Initially, at some point, I was like, it wasn't like okay, that was one thing that came to me. So this guy doesn't want to have children. It will never happen if you sit here. And if you truly want to have children, not in this house. That was 1. 2, I got to know that a paralyzed and she had died. And I wasn't ready to live my life like this. And I did not get to words to the point they are serious. Let me tell you something. There was let me put it like a guide. There was should I say a revelation? There was something else. There was another woman in that house married to the brother of Onono. Onono looks up to that man. And when I saw the state that woman was in, I just told myself, say, me, I will not become this woman. That's not in place here, ma'am. You know, 30 days. The time I'm in Saturday, because me, I have mourned the woman years back.
So you think that our problem in marriage is not working is choosing or not knowing ourselves and allowing somebody who doesn't know themselves to choose us as wives?
It's not allowing somebody who don't know themselves. So you don't know who you are. You have not clearly, you see, your cromano, a was senior, young culture, and yet 37 said, or what to say, and it's here. Near Master Sabrina Chamuno, who you know, who fearful they know who you are, the grandmothers and the aunties will know who you are, they know who you are becoming. And they love you, and they want you to have a better life in such a way, say, they are choosing for you, they are choosing things that are right for you, including a partner. And you know, area one on one in a almost 40 will be amount that. And I said, they know who you are, and approach here. They look into that person and his life to identify, say, is the person good for you? Comes public figures. And those people, they have lived all this life in full circle. They know all of it. So they will not say no. The woman you need to become who you have to become has to be somebody who will accept this. They know the qualities and they will pick somebody exactly for you. They are still in the touchline looking inside. And so much but it is not the case today. Maybe because that other man for more than 10 years, they didn't know where I was. I just held his hand and brought him home. Fortunately, also unfortunately, now your parents need more than that. The mother still visited my mother. The father supervised the house of Mimi Papa. Until the moment they saw him, it was like, oh, look bad here. The principles are names and look the panel and she's going into a good hands. That is all that my people saw and accepted. And me, I prevented them from putting any input in my marital affairs. Because my life nankasano, all new given now about the children said they worry. Our personal and the one will be with your. They were telling me so many things that I refused to live with.
So that's a worm was so didn't when you are a partner.
I did not have that support system behind me. That support system now, it did choose to do the amount. Don't forget, some I only and I'm training me, I'm training me. How did you lose me at a point? Well, I don't know who is the senior. There's no question I see the root cause to be free. They are procedure, but it will be a one of. And son, what dealing with where you stand right now before you get to the conclusion. I did not have that. What do we are when you go with Mamono? What's now about putting ourselves? So I say, and they were even happy to say at least, oh, she's going into this house. Into a mode, fearful, but he was also like me. If you want, nobody controls him or anything. So we're on our own. But our people thought that
so it means that parenting has a certain role in bad marriages or good marriages. Parenting has a role in bad marriage or good marriage. Is that what I'm saying? Entity,
Of course.
if you entity, with me, I'm going to father. Now, say, who believe in recommendation? Who believe in recommendation?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
What I'm saying is that I believe in the family support system. Okay? I said, na abusia hai ni pechi e de uko abrabo papa. I'm driving at something. Now, individuals now. I love him, and he like this, he has that. Oh, I'm here before. When I before, what's why before? Oh, yeah, polo, oh, yeah, cake. When I win him, now when I will go to. But you don't have the eyes. So I say you don't have the experience. First, no, not go push your two of your conipel push your map or say, China woman, Sabodam woman. This is not there. And then I had that you said, man, we don't even know how to go about it. Get the feelings. And enough. And so, people wouldn't be asking how who were pushing and tie with you. Who needs our loving support system? We are prone to make these mistakes.
So it means that the unbeliever said the family selection and their input is part of the reason why now our marriages don't stay longer, is how it's supposed to stay.
Yes.
And you are living experience to it.
Yes.
So
and a lot of people.
So after the first marriage, you go into second, third, fourth, or you are still see Amani and Timo Sama. Like see, I want to say when you Beman is when you Timo back.
Oh no, now say
and I say Senamuni.
All those years and I feel say, oh, I bet.
And says see Amako needs, see Amako Sunya, the Timothy Babaka, now other own classics.
I don't know. It wasn't a mutual agreement to say, oh, let's go and work on ourselves and come back. It wasn't mutual. I decided, said, this will not get me to where I want to go. So let me go and do something else.
Okay. Yeah, now Ali. Vic, Yanko.
I am busy on it to settle down. No. That is not what we need. And we don't even know how to.
The other church, Vic, Yanko, and gay, except Yanko Allen, Yanko Vic.
Kasane my worry Nancy and yet the Sunday and said Sadia started or no and Muka Kevin and Nebeki. Number one, me bacho me GDP being says I a taka was it to my bank on crime. Young Pemagro. And Pemagro a problem power. Yes.
Meba, assembly our county. So the Unja our leader, Sadia. And Pemagro are Vicky King. If you ma wali jaiba,
And young Puma per se, there is a bigger problem.
And
Puma becomes an if you ask me, when this friend of mine,
the question is that factor. The question is that factor. So guys, and what are you? Can it factor? Is what we are saying.
Hold on. Say I'm giving you.
Sadia. Obi the pointer. Obashani akosho na atwebate. The air can say empemagro. Say bema be brim ni kote di. Oba be fe ni twese di. Oba mpre. Bema ndi number of times I wo hwehwe. Tama o twafo no. Bema say emba me kon oba tama kote abrem no. O say na we are sorry the kwede ye bisa say empemagro doesn't really play that role. I am a what I
will say. Someone to one more to Mwase, when you will be happiness in Yano, also happiness in Yano. More care for Muhonema warrior now to one and Pomagro is nothing. It can become a problem.
See, not just a more care for Mutimundi. I just a moon.
The person who feeling for Sadia.
There be the American say, the ability. There nice a moon dimu, Bamotimo Wase and Timothy. Sana was say. Sadia in Phyllis Bedino. Mesome in Phyllis obedime. Niati and Wasi. Ana Okodi Sadia Neni Jinti Mindino. The fact is that empemagro, can it affect our DNA and can corner?
You can say affecting, but what I'm saying is that it has a deeper root. There is a
deeper than fire.
I know your symptom.
Zaria, your problem is deeper than fire. Can it affect?
Okay, it can affect.
Vicky uncle.
Yeah. So factors need be number one. And Pomagro. And
Big Miss Rawu. Big Miss Rawu. Many sound. Now, okay, say factors need be Pomagro that can affect her. Oh, say, Bema ni kwati nye juma. Oba only say ye dia grono. And now the number of times I hear factors ne no ne dey. Because your uncle for to say rich wife. Omo nyento kwa ba adwuma nti omu ndi omo. Ba wale no. Any your uncle for to say Esther. Omu di omu de bia. Is that say time no. It is a mukase mpemagro ya mukase. Ye nya time ndi e ho ana ye di e ho apa ho ana den. Mpemagro ne ye den.
Any one pen any the one oh, yen didn't hear my over on only then your satisfaction. It's a baby, no one baby, a couple matches.
That's why I'm saying it. That is why I'm saying it. The root cause is there. A common problem there is symptom.
The root cause is into whether it was because someone that time the root cause. The root cause at the end of the day.
And a bear do now one bar, and the hour die bar. See a do one bar. Now, Dick, and your baby, I said yes, so baby, or baby man, one bar. And your baby, I said yes, so do now, bar. And was then I said, wouldn't I was said yes, so whoever, and you mean I said, Mauba. Hey.
Whatever way you want to say it, you know, whatever you say, no, dear, media who can me, your mamma, or maybe I don't be giving you more and home. Maybe any problem. Then I'm getting to say, I didn't do you could be back. I'm saying you're back. Any now, when no one will be at. In his enemy, near Conoma, you the dear due. I say, she say, okay, but so the man called the next one.
Ah,
Dear Nanka said, the name for now, you want to have a chichi. How about the two chichi? I want you are the only chichi.
say our dear, is that say, when do you coming? We were.
Yeah, you're kind of in search of Canada.
Only year to myself.
Ono about nonsense. Only the mark of the boy, I said, I was made a matter of one, not very cut now, not what the yes, I know.
Then I bet.
I say a man is one. You know,
I grow a friend. I did so good. And you also can't be well. Okay, Martin.
Something doing a woman. And your money do one of myself, which you would show. I make you sense a mouth. But I know your problem too. That's now and Eddie, they oh, which you much of fast, same, maybe my wife may come up and so that. And in teenager, I know any problem, but a dear to what? No problem, Bob call one cat across Italian and no more in actually. And see, for Chinaman, the way you have a problem about which we all understand. Oh, and I may talk next one, so you hear us in the corner for a house. If one or die, you my own. And also, Sally, no more beauty. Let's say, I don't know what I said, dear. If you are make us say, you could not better ask. If you are cast I have tried and then you will not know what manner. They won't say, because I need to be meaning, you know, 7 years. If you pass your canoe, who can walk or can kiss you, pass your way, and was so issue. The Milton was our hamper. No, you could cut it off. I grab on what semi was ya, or nay, I couldn't, and to not forget about it, nay, I dear shower. And I come once and that which is all resolve conflicts. So I want I say, I saw our rear down. I cannot should also say, when you are growing and forget about it. Then can I say? Because I should be a honey. Oh, all right, then, just put butter, yeah. I didn't have a hammer. It's because I always walked, you know. I did why you only find that why you're hammer. So funny to cut a town code. Oh, when she has also and then it's all say you shutting up and saying me a story, and as I give you was a we announce a found best time. Yes, see movie on Venice, and I say, because I say, yeah. Council, you're the young and very young all the time. You're the young, very young, problem. And it shouldn't be so. Maybe a son of a beginning. I say, what's it? Maybe I am young.
Yes.
And I want other things. Yemi and I quite say, you need a pen, send me a more combat, said, yeah, I'm going I walk out in this and I make sure say a factor. Go ahead and grab one. Ese factor, ese counselor. Idea no. We see. That is gonna kaya kuya mama race with some my school sir.
Yeah,
Oh, I've lost my thoughts.
Sorry for the children.
We see nipa no. We see nipa no. Odia no odini no nya hu ono akasa no anu and that's the third one. These three things na makase. And we are saying, so we need to know what you want to do. We are only going to prepare. Wow, bring up the parents are there. We can papa. Before making any idea, me and Cassandra tell me my prayer bonus. It's not vanilla. You okay with that? Okay. Because I mean, India may have as a young Cassandra crack and said, I left strong of myself and I said, yeah, Bona, you share them who you want in India, may hear with myself. And so may say, I want to record the wife, I want to record it. Now, first, I may be welcome to a very sure. And blame her. It brings stress, it brings frustration. One thing sense comes. I don't want to tell you about. I don't want to tell you about make an image in my own perfectly. Once I be at the age of 24, 25. To go and make go, a human being. Near at that age, you'll be something again. I'm here with me, lover. You be a name. Hey, who be such again? I'm pressing in the next year. I don't know. So that 18, 25, not the age, you don't decide where you don't know. That's how the hook of cat. Obi one. What a hook for car or be one. That's all the hook of so. Bear may be sure now, bear be sure. That's how you are rejected back at some point. I can't because what your how.
I my Clarice.
But you cancer. Kaka mechanics, I remember and son, maybe if you listen, I don't know so it is looked at very well in our area. I might not take care of our giant Nadi, but I feel say
thank you very much. So good sex, and then knowing how to say sorry.
I'm not going to speak it.
Okay, and knowing when the time is up for you to meet what you want and doing what you want. Okay, thank you. Good point. All right, so Clarice, welcome. Thank you very much. I'm not do so now. Okoda, Bakasa na Esther Kasa. I Oti and Kadia. I do so Bakasa na Esther Kasa ma.
Question here then.
And discussing what added in our idea is not sustainable now. Why is it not sustainable?
Meaningful.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I maintain a once to be it's understanding, and maybe I'm falling out of love. It's not the guy I said, you know, don't want you to worry because I don't know say, won't means not be my say already. It's a no be now or not. And at the time also you can fall out of love with someone.
Is it true? Is it true?
If you're the was satisfied, now they fall in love. Now the panel is satisfied, you do the panel of woeful. I don't know what's not falling out of love for Nipapo. If you are whom you will be a slave, and it's not a repairment. I figure, my quiet for your side and hearing. So, when we cry out, the woman, I won't okay, I'm worrying. It would be repair me. Oh, what is be a woman? Last reason. Puts me now reason to love someone. You can have a reason to like someone, but to love someone, that reason is a choir, not just out on a son, not a thing. And also another factor. And maybe
and also believe that Pema grow to me cause so our year.
Oh, it's me cause the
say Beman one down one, but Beman the one down one, but you are there.
Because the government will say it's like India ways for the rest of my married life. Making their married lifespan here 20 years, 30 years. Now you are 5 years into your marriage. No, maybe someone was saying, say yeah, so the 30 years, 20 years now, or sure, no one to me. Now I then
We jai. Oh, now I was so busy on question. Can I endure for commit me endure a day way for a very long time? Sanasani, wow, and sound one. No, it's a decision. Say, you know, or do you know? Say, no, the now pebble to me endure Sadia. So now the Tohosa.
And then so be a one will be a Nicoti swap.
Some will say continuation how the worry and telling they wouldn't need that. And I said, no one needs a continuation on how the worry ain't. Where's the was already particular to us at all time, or any bed? Where's the was a particular to one that will be the cost of once I want someone myself on the context one of our really know. And it just about ready to stay by the context was
Now, a quiet is there, Esther gave the young continents in your wilderness.
Also, who contain or the Namias because I got your pay. And then what's your pank? Did the best story one I see.
And then I say, Esther,
did the best story as a problem.
It's less than profound or what? Almost bread, Secotino, Mupen, and you know, Shia, Bomutia, whatever.
On some side, I don't know what I would differ home. Oh, when they want to Kuna, because what's in our or something what's in our panel. Oh, and I don't know board enough, so because I would not pretend to be Jawa. And then as a neighbor focus and catable, I didn't win your cannot be both for Madame. What's your company? What did you know for that about then out the one? Can you plan a call baby? What's I say? Oh, I tell you now that money if you know what. That's all I let me cry.
Yes. I say, so Counselor, is it not disrespect that you hold it and say it has become small or big? Does it show respect? It is the style of my wife every day. Is come small, is come big, is. What did I say? So they be the crew as the son the Kotia. Ayeketwa, Ayekesi, Ayeketwa, Ayekesi. And okay, so it's a much lower. But your kind of maintenance, your uncophobia, like Omokasao. They be Obenya Bibia can. Like only be can press or can be and just so got you got in like a CC and then you got in like it was an hour from the way you can see. Well, if you're the didn't come over, but you will be a okay we are hand. Or what did you know children say? I understand where he's coming from.
So far as if you're not banning it, bro.
Hona Vic, it said, what's in the Quasiawa groom or to infantil? Well, a work catcher said the Cotia can see the Yelena Katia bag is in wet temperature or can it be a grow? But a cow team. And today be a sharing beyond the boat team. And obviously, ain't no Cotina I get to us, then I lay. And then we do so what see another now $1 got one juicer and then we do so what see nothing got I better a bedding. We do so or see now about the send a 1 power who me best of 4 months be Nene power whom you got still emery at the my baby and umbeso be the me higher who you see Sanya mania maybe na musa kwaneka. Where is it? She requested for it and I sent it to her at the US. She's complaining it's big.
Ebola.
So I'm ready. What did he say? Nyama sama wa jai ba. We mean follow we go. Okay. Nti na wari ani nche no.
Nyama bebre. Obi wo kra na. O ebi ano fele say obetimi ne be matina. But oko mu no who say o timi be matina. So obi wo timi obi tina for a very long time. Nti na no part ni ma wari jai ba. Nti no sie ne nyoma ebi ana na se bi o sori o ni wo ha wo ye ne nyoma but oko wari e ne nti sa ma ne te ha no. Nti lisa one team sa na ni one kete me mo we ja wari ana yin san ka wo jai.
Go bit is me say the tia de ma me say you see ade every day.
Wo oba bi so o anu nyesa na ofe. Nti oba ne be hu say bia obi a o ka indirect o ka chen so e tia na bi o be feel some type of way.
Because me and me na me need the friend laundry basket. You wash
so team be so 1 week.
You wash every day. Na me nyamumba. Yeri bi a chance u soup point. No. Ujali me say soup point. Eti uko awade ase na oba na boa de panta no esi 35 60 pieces. Hey. Because girl be onu esi the pant. I say, oh, these are just 60. We shouldn't even say, hey. Let me calculate this. It's 60. And then they say, if you know, was Kyoto 60. Four months receive it to 60.
And now we must call our remote media. You want me who be part of the name. Like I said, we didn't know that. It's not getting the same as and even no worry about Nama. And so, what's now? I'm going to say, the people talk, hey, I can't send any more to one of us now. I retire and I started developing because when we say no, we need more barrier and so we need them. I will not worry. I never put your assumptions. Me casa. Assumptions. Oh, that me for worry. Wait, my put this can be. Probably try the animal who crumble the wedding.
Sir,
and I say, yeah, who dating no, obedu but so one will pay it dinner on dubium. And also come.
Sir,
we do stay we do come and so what will happen? It didn't last.
It's a new sort mama, yeah. That's a yes. No.
Ultimately, if you know who you are and know what you are trying to do and know what you need, you choose right. No matter what it is,
As for what you need, one day I'll explain to you that you can't know what you need. That's why you're still there.
Ali.
That's why you're still there.
You choose right,
Zadia, didn't you choose right?
No.
Didn't you choose right? You chose right.
It's not about choosing right. I think it said the word should be said, married for the right reasons.
Did you marry for the right reason?
I think nowadays, no. We are not getting we are not getting married for the right reasons.
Since Adam, nobody has ever gotten reason. Nobody has gotten married for the right reason.
That is subjective. But what is the right reason?
The who said the thing is who said if I will access so what I said. Now who said make A, B, and C means what I said. But what could she have Bema? Bema was a one of them, but who said? But or your Bema be a who no when listen no never go if you was car or the show, or because counsel, I think it's when you get married for the right reasons, who she have Bema not genuinely the slava. I don't think he said if you have it to me.
Whose right reason are we married with? My right reason or your right reason?
My right reason.
Yes, so your right reason can be my wrong reasons.
If you are honest, they are honest.
Now you're wife for white reasons, then they allow certain conversations to happen. What I say, over to me, you get it. But if we are reaction, over to us now, I can say, oh, if you are missing and anything, or look at the anything. Most of you can understand, it's all right, and our real common. If you are met, I'm to see what I can cry. What I say, no, I can say, then you both agree, so then it's not probably the best decision for both of you. What I said. But because I'm going to say, still now, person our level will be, we have 2% they will share it. 2% for 4 back, also, just after maybe. And then you do it, you go into it. After some who come out to so, we want to do what they say, which means I will come on, I have to back home, so I day back. I've always the other, and I'm quite sick. Why am I being pressured into this kind of marriage? Oh, and I'm that man, I'm quite more about the no, about to stay there instead. But it's because we are not having that honest conversations. Boom. We are not having those honest conversations and also telling ourselves that it's okay if we are having like we are dating. I mean, who says that's when we will need family. It's okay for us to be like, okay, you giant. Instead of forcing a man into marriage. Exactly. You should be secured in yourself to the extent to say, you should be able to let it go and live your life. And me saying choosing right, and yet to say, would you wait, check. But like my sister was saying earlier, I would attempt and I will go to me. I didn't know one. You can never tolerate it. And you will see it. I'm fine, maybe I want to know, but we also want you. Which means that the person is capable of doing it. You just have to give him that reason to do it to you. You pay attention to those things. From it's not enough.
So where move Margaret, my dear. Young pet your pet, Margaret. Esther.
Counselor, what is that? And I worry that's what's problem about. I'm not doing that money only you and him. Yeah, there was one Java, or 28 Java. It's the things that it's not a permanent. I don't think to say a guava. If you are the one. And to me, I just want bad in the panel or what was young and Galia be on no. She also, as I said, we didn't contest that. Why are you? Who was there one out in back or not to understand about it? Or about say, you really fit already and answer your friend with the aftermath. Yandy me here. So that was that, and I'm saying that there is like a bigger deal behind it. Behind what? Behind what? I don't make up it. I don't think there's some the echo. And it's like a big deal. But I didn't get at the end of here. Because I didn't start seeing Tina. See, I just said, Pussy be about pen or between what I can't know. And not that I was so me or not bear much for no part. Yeah, me come and say. Are you very deep? I thought for women, I don't know. I thought for the person to be Savior. Which now will switch our year. Not the Panaka, penny panel. No, you're not going to be. Because of that, that is not fair. That is not fair. So, like I said, I know. Hey, anyone trying to know me, I will say, and then I'm in dog. Hey, they don't see. We can agree to that. I make up there. You will not be a while. No matter how the parents get. They have also the power in the manifest now. On Tinaso, or Barbie Tinaso Java, we are not just a Robabia. While worrying the power based on Sabia, Meto, we know worry, I say, or worry because of some advantage here. Or who not get to take your Felipa Mancata. What I said, Clarice, mommy, you know,
me just Jawari and America say, and when you okay, well, mommy. But I never made a part of it. I did not believe that. And you're good. Our right. And then cheating. Those two things. Abuse bear. Oh, not abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. Mental, thank you. Now, if you are mental abuse, or you must have a TV and never have to say, oh, 1 month, you will need me. What are we saying? I don't think you said. I think it's every amount that who did you do a Sunday? I think they say 80% of women will tell you that when they've met the right man, not the man who issues that you are immigration, American economy, say, and say, every now will be at my armies. I mean, and our man for the car said, oh, Mujawa, because of that as well. As long as you can come up and one, I'm saying, from where I'm standing, in my opinion, it's very difficult. And I made that it'll be so fast. I not put down to the job. Because to you, it's nothing. What I said to make her as a don't make her say, oh, I do be making out some sort of job. And then because I went to the job, so we say, I did that. No, I on the side, on the house, I did and one if I'm me and woman. What I say? Because this LGBTQ situation. I have to say, yeah, I'm a way maybe tell me, say, if I'm a job, I answer to me, it's looking to me like, and come you go to my draws and I got me sexuality. And so to my friend, I think we have so much so, yeah, the enemy looked in our and dear. I think there was a video that came out. That's a lot of running us in your mouth. Why not air worry? And there has been the friend saying, maybe you won't get a contact and say, oh, college, what's now explore, so would you bear each other? And girl, like see, girl, let's say, and you're calling off the wedding. Now, Brandon was yes, I did this, you joined a college, and then I was just trying to explore, I was being curious, all kinds of things. But all ones will carry. As we can't me say, a very natural journey, and yet is because that's what she's got with dying. Also, yeah, it's amazing. She's like, just practice in the first place. And I have a point for me. Who became the point? Or the she was trying something. What's that thing? Then she wasn't being with the guy. Not just them. Oh, why did that woman she are? Oh, genuinely, there's an affection between the two of them. There's love between of them.
Sorry, we've lost them because your phone went off. Your phone went off because we lost them. So they are expressing their, I mean, people are really expressing.
Especially when nobody can be one patch of it is not resolved, it is still hanging on all of you. And no bet to me at affection everyone. And then now the sex becomes a problem when a Nunu was not the original problem. I don't know, baby, can you hear me? That is what I'm saying. Because you're in a distant relationship. A bit me your phone sex, grandpa, okay. You know, you can Nipa will skin it is the most sensitive organ on you. To me, so many things. Wow. Elevate media, but for that thing to become a problem, something else will push it to become the problem.
Something else, maybe something else. A dinner itself can be a problem. Online can be a problem. Yes, something else is no one something else but no one can so a work capability set it to me a fire mass not to my copy. Can't find my okay. What did you be? That means let me pass a name in a problem. And to me, they were provided the other way, say, a dinner has also quite a comparison. What all day you really have simply a bit pure Obama, not them. Like you said, and you were at me. Now, baby, I know I can't say. And I saw with my will be like, oh, Obey can't say, man, I should say. This make us say, Jamie, to me, here, no matter how. To come out, how or day, conversation even. Well, again, it brings my respect and love in perspective here. I say, send you to me, cast and no quality income. Now, what honey pound? And yes, a dear Honda has a problem to that. I told that how a Becca's home, and me and how I mean, I would jam and I would you more. What, how a Becca, I mean, I would promise how a Becca is right there. It's from there, it can cause a problem which can lead into divorce. So that's what I'm saying. That's time divorce. That from home, you don't even have to get married in the first place.
So if they don't marry, how would they know? They are not married, so how would they know? That's what I'm saying. That you see,
you are learning who that person is.
No, it's not true. You see, what happens in marriage is so unique that you can never know it until you get into it.
Oh, but
it's not true.
Are you telling me
Obia worry is the sandal. Obia warrior, our ministry is different.
But who you are only are debating the marriage.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Debut, Obi Pentokwa. And Tokwa no pen or Pentokwa as a single person. And two worry no kwa. And San Tokwa no kum, and you time I won't even Tokwa no kum. We are for. That is our problem. Sadia. And let me know they be outside.
Are you saying that
every second be a Sadia Esre? Every second be a Sadia Esre. Me worry when now was Syria. And you be a not Australia now. We our dear Musre.
Which one too is this one?
Yes. That's a game. So until you see, said these things happen. Sadia, I mean, worry, me do back home, me do we, I owe da Makutin, di. Me worry when I do. Ne Sanya would da. Sa, our dear dear. Who to fan to two a dinner me di wuna we are with them. This is our problem. This is our problem, holding people in the past, in our present marriage. Sadia, me worry we. Sadia, sisi a me worry we. Brother Mindu. Na echire mu ye plan.
Yeah, what year now you worry with no man is because it's a become different. And I know I was someone
Me say o wale a se na wo tie no. Sa na wo tie wo mu. Ba ye wade a ye pese ye different from baby a ye tie. Sadia is sadia, but the bia baby is a no. Me fan to two time me wale wo no. What you say not check. Evening.
Because me, I remember say me worry I don't know level 400.
Say now we school. So what's say we school? So what's it? Who are the way we school?
Me met back to tell me say now baby or see baby I will tear I will treasures I won't worry and why now worry there was some better treasures. And it didn't make sense to me. But I'm supposed to change my sitting space because I am married now.
The issue is that formerly you were single. Now you are married. You are not the same.
And I mean, fine, we can say that the status has changed. But has the person...
Yes. Your thinking have changed. Your behavior have changed. Everything about you have changed. And the change is happening because of your marriage. So we can't hold you when you were not married. If I still hold you when you're not married, I will give you negative pressure. Yeah, because when I was not married to your behavior, if I compare it, it becomes a problem. So I don't want to compare. This is Sadia.
Yeah. Abraham now is single no cry no na yeah onyo ma bia only say Pastor ye ko remu pa how Sadia be any name was different from worry no then be was different. Oh yeah, very true because who be a name that and I know now be as a single woman.
That is, you see, this is the cause of our. That's all. Oh, your problem is it. So you are no.
It's not just. It's not just.
That's our problem.
Just the same.
We still want to behave like when we were young. When we're not married, whatever we're doing cannot.
You're also talking as if say you can snap your finger and become something different.
Because you are now a wife.
So when you get married, you can say you are like the man of God. No, that's one they understood. That one understood. But what I'm saying is that we soon will find to ask for and because the status, the status will change. That one here automatically.
Your personality will change as well. Because the clarity can't say.
We should buy as a liver. Oh, sir, how will it change?
It changed.
Now, life. No, Abraham, they're finding it. A bit of changing the way we do things. Nobody thought, nobody thinks you are not prepared. But they are willing to train it to be fair. That's why the person is going to say. But if I don't get to do our country, if we are also looking for it, we are going to go for it.
Clarence, so kasa you. I said,
when we get married, you see a frame like that. We're bad.
your way of wisdom. And this is the first only for what now did you want to see and nobody do it, but it's because the command a bit of respect. So now I read our now you see if you are a only for a given area. When you are almost a cry. Not you alone. It's not a status. It's
change is based on your status. But who still make a cancer? I don't know if I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't feel off for and I make a cancer answer.
But that's the reason that is what I'm saying. That's what we're trying to tell you, sir. It changes.
Yeah. There was a change. That was because of status. It was because of whatever. And there has been a change.
I don't think now. Oh, you are no better. You are no better. Oh, you are no better. Oh, you are no better to me. And the Jimmy,
that's not what we are talking about. I know why you and Jimmy, ever be, but any space, yeah, it changes dynamic now. It can happen all the time. I see you. Sadia, when you were 20, any year when you're 76, I used to see.
But your brother is right. You're 92.
Oh, yeah, I can say.
Maybe some say who you have been for the entire 23 years, 25 years, 55 years before you marry. That is who you are. Association, you know what trying to know near anything affects no that you know to become a married woman. They say you know you have to become anything. Why doesn't know what you want to do? On top of that, now we didn't fight for a what did you attempt now? We didn't go for no. Maybe a married version there, it will not change. But the status as a married woman, and now probably never be one yellow. That's one granted. I don't people can't say that in the way. But to soon buy next, and no, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. The marriage doesn't come to alter you as a person. It's just a change of status.
Yeah, keep your status change. And that. Many will be status in this. Esther Yanko. Esther Yanko. You mean you're going to do Angasana? Esther. How did you?
Yes, I'm going to get a cookie on
There be audition network. What could you cookies this year?
Yeah, your audition network.
That's one problem of the day now. Why am I asking how you did this?
You already did it. No one was so.
Actually, the meaning something me kasa ba me dem ntife me kasa anko.
Kasa ko.
Esa etio. Esa kasa ko. One say obi ani ade a ohun obi be o reason ti a o de worry. And the same reason no. Any obi e ma na ese what aware no. Egu. Tinna na ya na e ma ori. Obi a the show obi ho. As I know the obey get close into no. Like this as an ya worry but didn't you obi mu a said obi a ka no. E betimi aye bibia. Betimi aye bibia. E bia me hu no said e bia lady obeka say on page di atem no. E bia me hu no na the way we sika sa hu ndi matem ne ade after the was start aye tue mu da betimi je nti no reason ni honom dia. And it comes out and the one
I'm saying, additioning in our abba and a continuation of the issue and man. Namia Duma, or China Wednesday, Betua, in game so. I'm still figuring out the conversation at Ecosono. Say where you choose a partner from tomorrow, we'll get that settled. Can it affect the marriage or not? Maybe I will choose to partner fee. Whether a shrine, a church, roadside, in school, can it affect your the future of your marriage? Nyame aduma ebe to asa akomo so ochina adina yesua na ye de bi kan wa yere befi wo abeso kodi hu mesro kodi hu wa okoti ayira hwehwe wo a woni obi odi hu te se adina osere wo a woni obi odi hu te se ono bomode na mi awani na po obi obi na otwe ankata hwe ne wenja awade na akire mu wenu wo so jaya jaya mi mo bi nhye wo setra ho ba wo jaya na de nyansa to ho wo jaya untumi ni mo bi asa wa ware no ochina bedi san common say where you are choosing as a wife, can it affect the marriage or keep the marriage going? Me da munyi na asese na mba sadia zia de wasesa repentant sadia. Welcome back. Clarice, welcome back. Esther, could you? And then I may come ask them to be off. If you are from only father. Off. Good night. Off. Now someone now searching. Good night. All right, Opa, let me share with you. I wish you.
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya one fi yare. Yamfa yare nso nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy, we are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets.